So good afternoon and welcome back to the channel. Carl Smith Loves Travel and Sightseeing. So just an update, I've had a look on the weather for Albufeira for next week, and I've had a message off Becky, who views the channel from the Co-op Travel, and she says her friend's out there at the moment and it's really sunny and hot. Now on Tuesday, the weather for Tuesday coming, it says it's sunny, about 20 degrees, 21 degrees, which is fine. And then it says for Wednesday, Thursday, there's a bit of light rain. But I'm going to take that with a pinch of salt, because where it is down Albufeira, obviously you've got the Atlantic Ocean and the Med that meet down there, haven't you? So it may blow over. So I'm not going to worry too much about the weather, because I'm only going for a couple of days. And probably get away with it, and there's plenty of places to go indoors if it does get a bit iffy, because there's obviously plenty of shops to go in and cafes. But I can pack a little cagoule or even the poncho that I bought from Montenegro and put that in the bag. But apart from that, I don't think the weather's going to be that bad, because it changes all the time. So I will monitor the weather again, but that's the latest update from the weather forecast. So obviously to be onwards to Albufeira on Tuesday. Obviously I'll be heading to East Midlands and obviously doing the flight videos, and obviously when I leave here, when I get there, when I get through the check-in. So we'll do that, so stay tuned for the series. It's coming up on Tuesday, so it's at CarlSmith25 to subscribe. So I'll obviously do footage when I've gone through security, because I know at East Midlands you still have to take your liquids out and your electricals. Birmingham you don't, as I found out when I went to Dubrovnik. Manchester, I'm not sure yet what they do there. It's probably the same. Whether they've updated the East Midlands one since I last went there in July, I don't know. But at the moment, as far as I know, you have to take your liquids out and your electricals. So I'll obviously be prepared for that. But if they have changed it, then I'll obviously do a video and obviously mention it on the video after I've gone through security. But it should be pretty quick. I know it's half term from today onwards, so it's liable to be busy, but there's only about 8 flights going before mine, and most of them at the beginning from 5:45 are Ryanairs. So there's about 4 Ryanairs, there's a couple of TUIs, and then there's Jet2s. So a lot of the Ryanair flights will have gone by the time I go on the flight. So I reckon the gate will open probably about 7:15, 7:10, something like that. Whether I'm going to be down that bottom end, gates 18 to 23, I don't know. It could be gates 1 to 5, where I went in July when I went to Mallorca. It could be in the main building behind the pork and pickle place. Until I get to the airport, I can ask at the desk. And obviously, I'm going to do something else when I get into the airport as well. I've just thought. I'm going to go and find a TUI rep, and there will be one at the check-in, not at the actual desk, before you go into the check-in, and just ask them the question regarding the bag drop for the night before for my flight in March, because as I said, I had an email yesterday which was changing the flight time. So originally it was 11 o'clock flight, it's now 12:10. So I'll be getting into Tenerife an hour and 10 minutes later than on the actual booking. So it doesn't alter the fact the ship's going to depart at the same time, because it does, 11 o'clock at night from Tenerife. But I'm going to ask them on Tuesday if I will still be able to do the bag drop despite the flight changing and with an extra hour. Most likely they might just say, yeah, that's fine, you know, it's only an hour later, we can let you off that or whatever. If not, then I'll be going in there with all the luggage on Tuesday morning. But I would much prefer to get it dropped off the night before, and obviously get the car parked and stay overnight the night before, get a decent night's sleep in the hotel, rather than go from home to the airport, which I could, but I'd rather much be there, ready, so I can just go straight into the terminal and straight through check-in, not check-in because I've done it the night before, go straight through security and then just chill out and wait for the flight gate to open. So, well, yeah, the gate for the flight. So I'd rather do that. So that's the latest update anyway regarding Albufeira. So I'll do more videos in the days ahead. There's only a couple of days to go. So the bag is packed, but as I said, regarding the weather bit, I'm going to probably put my little cagoule or little poncho in that I bought from Montenegro in, just in case it rains heavy. But according to the BBC weather, it says it's light rain, so I should get away with it. I will need a few euros, so I might ask at work if I can have a few euros out. I won't need a lot because I'm only going a couple of days, and obviously then, so I don't have to keep spending on my card. But as I say, I plan to obviously go and visit that pub. It's called Porta Vila Antiquity Bar, and it's got all shells outside on the wall and inside. It looks really beautiful. So I'm going to pay a visit to that bar on Tuesday afternoon. I'm obviously going to explore the old town. There's lots of little side streets and steps to go up and explore. There's obviously the tunnel, there's the beach, there's the cat jetty, there's that elevator area where you can get a view. There's the escalators going up the other side where you can get views over the old town. So I'm going to get plenty of footage and plenty of photographs because I've never been. So I know it looks like a Greek village when you see it on pictures and on YouTube videos, and I have been watching YouTube videos. There's plenty of restaurants to go as well near where I'm staying, because I'm only going bed and breakfast. There's a little church nearby, and then there's a bell tower, and then you walk down that road, I think, and it takes you to the marina. So I may nip down there as well and try and see if I can get the boat trip booked to go and see the dolphins, Bengali Cave it's called, and also go into those caves and obviously go and see some dolphins. It's only a couple of hours, but for €35 I thought, well, it might be worth doing, and get some fantastic footage of the dolphins, of the caves, of the scenery. So I'm looking forward to going, and there's obviously a nice big sandy beach. There's lots of places to explore. There's plenty of gift shops. So I'm going to be exploring as much of Albufeira as possible, because I probably will end up going back in again at some point, because it's bound to make me think, oh yeah, I'll have to come back here, but probably stay a bit longer. But we'll see. So I've decided to do it as a last minute decision, as I said yesterday. So that's the plan. So stay tuned for more updates. So thank you for watching, and good afternoon.